Last year, my husband and I had the opportunity to travel to Quintana Roo, Mexico. During our stay, we visited Chichen Itza, which is a large pre-Columbian city built by the Mayan people of the Terminal Classic period in Yucatan, Mexico. After our tour, I was intrigued to know how Mayan people lived in the present day, so we decided to visit a local Mayan village. We drove to Cova, Quintana Roo, and stopped at Auchuk, a Mayan village. As we walked towards the hut, we ran across this raised wooden bed called a canche. Mayans had very advanced farming methods, and these wooden raised beds were created to catch and hold rainwater for self-irrigation. The village people now use them to grow vegetables they consume. In the first hut we visited, we saw how a Mayan woman knitted a hammock only using her wooden tool called a lanzadera. On average, it only takes a Mayan woman 5 to 7 days to complete a hammock. Here, we can appreciate the beauty of her pattern and precision. It is very common for Mayan villages to have bee farms. However, they only have Mayan bees called cab in their native language. These bees are known for their docile nature, and they are very small and produce very special honey, appreciated for its healing and nutritional qualities. These small villages tend to have a medicine garden. These gardens have many different species of plants used for various medicine purposes. Their garden included plants used to relieve colds, headaches, stomach pain, muscle spasms, and many other illnesses. They also have a spice garden which contains plants such as macal, used for cooking. Here we can see a loofah plant that when dried produces a sponge, which is then used as a washing sponge for dishes or their body. In their kitchen, they have a hanging basket used to store their food. This prevents rodents or small animals from eating it. Not only did we learn about their ways of living, we also had the opportunity to eat their food. Our meal included scrambled eggs with epazote, pumpkin seed pipián, and habanero salsa with homemade tortillas. They have a small collection of artifacts from their ancestors. Some were handmade and others introduced by Western civilizations. Here is a balance scale made out of wood. These wood artifacts are called batellas and are used to grind corn. The top one belonged to his mother and great-grandmother. The middle one belonged to his great-grandmother and her grandmother, and the bottom one has been in the family for too long to know who it belonged to. These are called luch and are used to store water or food. Our final stop was a small chapel. Here they have their gatherings to worship God.